Amy, you did provide, so this is one of your walkthroughs. I was going to kind of pull it up if you want to talk a little bit about y'all's current strategy and kind of approach to this. This is one you guys did with Higharc,
Yes.
a series. As you guys can see for the audience, it's all running. It's in the browser, so which is really nice. That means that you can have it on your web. You can send it to them. They can look at this at home. But you can also run it, as you mentioned, inside your sales centers, as a tool for your sales agents. But I'll let you kind of talk through it, talk a little bit about like what was important, kind of the pros and cons, and then a little bit about what you were after with the creation of this. And let me know if you need me to go to like click on something specific or go somewhere. Other than that,
Yes.
for this beautiful home you guys have. So
yes, well, that's awesome. I think what's important is a lot of virtual tours skip the outdoors. So I'm glad you're going right outside because Epcon builds a side courtyard to create outdoor privacy. We have a patented plans, and it makes us very unique. But it's an additional living space that the sales team cannot skip when they're showing homes, right? This is another area of how you're going to use this. And it also shows like you don't have to spend a lot of money on a home site for privacy. You've got it right here. We have in this piece, I'd love for you to show them how we can show, because Matt was talking about different cabinet features. Matthew, when you were talking about that, we really offer three types of cabinets in a luxury ranch home. And we can show them that all three styles. And we're selling $1 million homes and they're getting three choices, right? So
yeah.
This is really key when we can show people like their desired items. So we spend a lot of time in the discovery period with the buyer, learning what's important to them. And then we're going to customize this home as we walk through, just like if we know that four-season sunroom that you just added is important, we think of how we're going to unveil that to the customer. And it says, I heard what you said, and I think this piece is the perfect piece for you to paint in or whatever. So we have large screen TVs. Like I want to say there's 65-inch touchscreen TVs in our sales center. Instead of having the old topo map and then the floor plans on the wall, we literally use our kiosk. And this is how we tour a home. So I would, if Heather were my customer, I would say, Heather, I think that I have the perfect home for you. Let's walk through it. Instead of saying, I don't have a model, but here's a floor plan. I'm just going to say, let's walk through it. And we're going to spend time in each room. And we can show the different structural options. What's really interesting is when we added these virtual tours that have the digital ability to add the structural items, we actually unveiled these. We took our time, I should say, and when we had a new community added on, they got these tools. So we were able to make comparisons between the communities who didn't have these tools and the communities that did have these tools. And what was interesting is not only did the buyer's cycle shorten, but also the amount of structural options that were chosen were higher. And so it was a really great, and now they're in all of our communities, of course. And then, Thomas, do you want to step outside? Because I think I mentioned to everybody, we start selling before sometimes the streets are completed. And a lot of times when buyers are saying, I want to see something, they want to know what the neighborhood's going to look like. I myself am an exterior buyer. So to be able to step outside and look at what our homes are going to look like next to each other, what the neighborhood's going to look like. And I can next walk them to the next floor plan. If I wanted to, I can go down the streetscape and walk out of the Palazzo with the Four Seasons room and into Torino. Yeah. So really, go ahead.
What you guys did with this as well. And so as you can kind of see, you mentioned outdoor spaces. I'm a big indoor outdoor lifestyle type person. So I really do appreciate what you guys have done. with these. And what you have here on this streetscape is this concept. So I don't know in our audience here how many are, community builders like you guys, where it is, important to kind of sell the overall, community and sell kind of the lifestyle and what it's going to feel like, the aspirational aspect of this lifestyle that they're going to have, versus like builders that maybe don't build as many, or don't build in communities. They're more built on your own lot. But I really do love the way you guys set up this kind of streetscape as well, where on one side of the street, it's all one series. And so this whole side over here has like side courtyards in terms of your plans. And all the ones over here have like those beautiful back, kind of courtyard kind of patio areas, so that you can, even if you're not building in a community, you can still kind of showcase your entire lineup, kind of digitally, kind of going through. Which is really nice. And then, just from the conversation we had earlier with Matterport, or some of those tours, those are great. They do have, a lot of the same stats that we saw for the benefit for a digital tour applies with those as well. But it's sort of like pictures, right? Like it has to exist. It has to be built. In this case, you can have a model home, have people start touring even before they're actually ever built. And then, with all these different options, obviously that's something that's only available for digital. Or as somebody mentioned earlier, in chat, it was evergreen. I think you mentioned the fact that you've got some model homes that are, currently the cabinets are being redone, those kind of things, changing out materials, changing out those kind of options, adding options, making changes to that stuff is really kind of easy and quick. In relative space compared to having to do that in a physical model as things get outdated.